talk about, today we are going to talk about what? What is the next topic there? Simple bills. What are bills? Who can tell us what bills are? Bills. Have you ever heard of the word bills? What are bills? Have you ever heard of the word bills? What is bills? Eh? Is it the money you are receiving or the money you are paying out? You're paying out to what? Eh? Water, yes. You've heard of water bills. What else? If someone told us we can buy something on credit yesterday, electricity. I don't know if that's true. We have electricity bills. You can buy things on credit, like a phone. Then you will be paying. That becomes your bill. Okay. So today we are going to our main objective. Our main objective for the day. What is expected of us at the end of the lesson is we should be able to interpret. We should be able to interpret and perform calculations. Involving simple bills. And payments. This can be telephone, it can be water, electricity, or basically municipal bills. You know how do we have municipalities? No. We have what? Yes. What do we have? We have town council, né? So town council bills is also part of that. When we pay water, electricity, when you have a postpaid, né? I don't know if you guys came in that time, but now we have prepaid. You buy electricity, then you just punch those numbers on your meter, né? Back then, you would get a letter. You just use electricity. Then at the end of the month, you get a letter of how many units you pay, how many units you use, and then you also get how much is per unit. Then it's also multiplied for you that how much are you paying at the end of the day. Okay? There are different receipts there in our book. If you go to page, what page is that? Page 47, eh? If you go to page 47, it highlights there that for you to calculate the total cost of a bill or a fixed charge, it should be fixed charge plus unit cost. Unit cost, which is unit cost times cost per unit. Next, unit cost is cost, it's units times cost per unit. We have the first invoice there, that's already worked out. Let us work out the receipt on page 48. Let us work out the receipt on page 48. What type of bill is that? The receipt on page 48, what bill is that? What bill is that among these ones? Because the objective says we need to interpret and perform calculation. First, interpreting is trying to understand the receipt. Yeah? Okay, so what type of bill is that among these ones that are in the bill? Is it electricity? Is it municipal bills? Is it water bills? Is it telephone bills? Telephone bills, né? Okay, so it has the information there. There is a date, and then there is statement summary. There is previous charges, balance brought forward, payment received, balance remaining from the previous account, and then the current charges. Né? It includes charges for the previous month and for now. So let's try to understand this, and then we do the calculation as the questions are asked. What you're going to work out is try now 44 on page 48. Okay, let's all go to page 48. Try now 44 and work out the example. The first question is asking, write down the monthly period for which the telephone service was provided. Yeah? Which month is that? That bill is for which month? Yeah? Is it May? April. Who is saying May? Yes? Do you know every time they are saying May? Why are you saying May? Yeah? The due date there is 31 May 2015. Ne? But then the invoice date, we look at the invoice date. For you to analyze that the invoice is for when, you look at the invoice date. You are given a whole month to pay it. Ne? It's the invoice for April, but you can pay until end of May. So in A there, the answer is what? It's for April 2020, 2015. Okay. What are they asking for in B? 1 person, 1 person. 1 person. The whole class is talking, then when you ask, no. Another person. Read. You have the book in front of you. Okay, calculate the total amount due for the month. For this month, which is for April. Okay, they omitted that, now you have to calculate it yourself. How are you going to calculate that? How are you going to calculate the amount due? Yeah? You add what? You add which amounts together? Yeah? Fixed charges? Which is fixed charges? Which amount is fixed charges in our receipt? Yeah? Do we all have the receipt in front of us? Okay, how are we going to calculate? This is your receipt now. You need to calculate how much you are supposed to pay. What is you need to calculate the total amount due. And it says we need to have the fixed charges plus the other one for the unit charge. Okay, so which two amounts are we going to add together? Yeah? Fixed charge, which one is fixed charge? This is not fixed charge. This is fixed to cellular calls. That's another amount. You have the total amount there. You already given the total amount for the telephone. Now you have another amount in your receipt. Which amount is there that you need to add to the telephone? Yeah? Which amount do we add to the telephone bill? Do you see that amount written product and services? Product and services. That's the fixed amount. Meaning, even if you didn't make any calls, you have to pay that fixed amount for product and services. For as long as you have a telephone in your house, you pay this amount. Because they have offered their service to you, you have a telephone in your house, you pay this product and services amount, 426 next. So that is, fixed amount is, okay, we're calculating total due. Total due is equal to, fixed amount is how much? 126.75 cents plus the telephone bill, which is how much? Telephone bill, the amount is given there down there. 301.95. What is the amount there? What answer do you get? Calculate this. 27. 126.75 plus 301.95. 428 point what? 70. Is it Namibian papers? Okay, that is the total due. You needed to interpret your receipt and see that there is a fixed amount that you pay whether you make calls or not. And the fixed amount comes before the telephone bills amount. Okay. What are they asking for in C? Someone to read C? C? Letter C, yes.
Write down the payments made times Kanko previously made account.
Okay, what is the amount that you paid last month? They didn't say calculate, they didn't say find, they just say write down. Where are you getting the amount from? From the receipt, ne? What is the amount? How much did he pay last month? Is there no previous payment in the receipt? There is, ne? How much is that amount? 456. Do you all see that amount? Yeah? 256. Do you all see that amount?
Yes.
256. That's the money that you paid in the previous month. Ne? The previous payment he made an amount of 200 and is it 256? Are there any cents?
No.
Okay. If the question just says write down, so meaning you are just writing down from the receipt. You don't need to do any calculation. This is the amount he paid. Under that amount, it's written what? The payment received. That's the balance brought forward from the previous charges. This is the amount he paid last time. Okay, letter D. Can we have a lady to read letter D? Letter D. What is letter D? Yeah? Average. Okay, we need to calculate the average charge for the local calls. Do you see local calls there? In the receipt? Okay, we have what? We have the number of calls that are made and we have the amount that he paid. Now we have to calculate how much is it per call. Ne? How do you calculate that? Yeah? We already have the number of calls that were made and we have how much the person how much did he pay for those calls. Now how are we going to calculate the average amount? Yes? We divide the amount that he paid with the number of calls. Ne? You already given that he made 32 calls today, 32. He made 32 calls and he paid $22.40. Now you need to calculate how much is per call for one call. So you just say the average cost is equal to, is it 22? No. How much he paid? 22.4. And the number of calls? 32. This is one method. Now I'll show you another method. Okay, what is the answer here?
70 cents.
70 cents, ne? The answer you get is 0.7. Then you say it's 70 cents per call. That's one method. Another method, you would say for 32 calls, okay, let's say this is method 1. Let's call this method 1. Let's go to method 2. Method 2, you would say for 32 calls, you paid how much? $22.40. For one call, how much are you going to pay?